Welcome back. And on today's episode or whatever, I'm just going to explain to you guys how I buy computers and sell them for a profit. It's pretty simple. Buy it cheaper, sell it for more, but I'm explaining to you how it's just more than, buying it cheap, selling it more. There's a lot more that goes into it. So I want to just try to show you guys that you guys can do this too. You can make a little bit of side income. It's called the side hustle. You get a little bit of a side hustle. So I'll see you after the intro. This is a computer I bought, and I'll explain to you how much I bought it for, why I bought it. I'll show you the process of me buying it, and basically it. So this particular computer that I bought, it's a 5K iMac 27 inch. Obviously, you can't get a 5K 21 and a half inch because you can probably do it, but it just would be ridiculous. But those only come in 4K. So this is a 27 inch 2015 5K iMac. It's got a little bit of hair right there. I'll take care of that. And it's the base model with the i5, I believe 6500, maybe 6400. I have to double check on that. But it's running at 3.2 gigahertz. It's running a 6th gen Intel Skylake CPU. It's got 8 gigabytes of RAM. You can change it out in the back here, actually, which is kind of cool. And it's got an upgraded graphics card, and that's really the reason I was interested in it. It's an M390 or M390, whatever. It's an AMD card, and it's 2 tiers above the original one. I think the original one is an M375. The next tier up is an M380, and then the next tier up from that is an M390. And I think the only other one is an M395. I think that's the top tier. So it's an upgraded graphics card, which is awesome because obviously you can't upgrade the graphics card in this thing after you buy it. So it's nice to have a really good graphics card. It's got a 1 terabyte SSHD, so it's got the Fusion drive or whatever. That's fine. But for the most part, it's a pretty solid computer, and I'll show you some of the benchmarks on it. And it's a pretty solid computer, but it's nothing I'm really interested in. I'm more of like a laptop, and then the desktops I need to probably build type of guy. I mean, I've shown you guys an iMac on this channel before that I bought and sold, and I made like $200 on that. But this one I think I'm gonna make quite a bit more. So when I bought it, it was really, really dirty. I don't have a picture of it, but the whole screen was like just covered with like spit, and it looked like the guy like totally vaped, bro. It was sick, but he had all this brown gunk all over the computer. So I basically just took an hour and cleaned the whole thing, and it made it make it look a lot nicer. So when I take pictures of it, I could sell it for more. So this particular computer I bought for $560, which is a very, very good deal, but it's not the first good deal I've ever gotten. I've gotten the MacBook Pro I just featured. I've gotten an iMac for cheap. I've gotten Mac Pros for cheap. Just because I'm always checking, I just constantly check out. I'll let you guys know some of my other tips later on in the video. But so I bought this for $560, and it's like $1,000 computer. So I cleaned it up and reinstalled Mac OS High Sierra on it. It's missing a Bluetooth keyboard right now, but so it's a really solid deal. It's a really solid computer. Obviously, I'd love to keep it, but I don't really need it for anything in particular. I think the 5K screen's a little overkill, especially for me recording on the phone. So you just saw me before I picked it up, and then after I picked it up. Sorry for the shakiness of the camera. I'm still trying to save up to get another one, but there's other things in my life that are more important right now. So how do I find these computers for such great deals? Is it just because I'm super lucky? Do I live in an area where there's a lot of computers? Well, actually, no. I live in like northeast Ohio, so it's not like the big central computer hub. But what I do is I'm just very adamant about checking. So every day when I have free time, instead of checking Snapchat, instead of watching YouTube like a lot of people do, pull my phone out and I'll check OfferUp, Letgo. There's a Craigslist app. I'll link all of these in the description for you guys. I check those 3 apps and Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is my favorite, but I check those 4 apps basically. And I just type in iMac, I type in MacBook Pro i7, and then I type in, I think the other one I just type in is just Mac Pro. So the reason I think a lot of people are willing to sell these computers is probably because they're just stolen. No, I don't think you could even steal a computer this big. I don't know how you run away. It's too big. A MacBook Pro I can see, but I don't know how you could steal a computer like this. So I always ask them. So a couple ways to make sure they don't steal them. To be honest, I ask them why they're getting rid of it, like why they bought it in the first place, and if they were the original owner. And if they can answer those questions, that like with realistic sounding answers. So the guy I bought this from, he made music, and he said he had just bought the latest 2017 one, even though this one's only 2 years old. But it sounded like a legitimate answer, so I was like, okay, like that's fine, I'll believe you. You know what I mean? So if it's, I do my best to try to vet it. You check the serial codes. If there's nothing that comes up sketchy on Apple's website, I don't know if anything would, but there's a valid purchase date, so then you're good there. It wasn't stolen from Apple, which is nice. So, and then I also just try to get a gauge of the guy's character. So recently I went to go buy a MacBook Pro, and these people were just super skinny. Their teeth were like falling out. Their hair was falling out. The car they drove was like, I mean, not to be rude, but it was like $1,000 car. There's nothing against that. But they had a MacBook Pro that was worth like $1,400 or $1,500, and they had a really sketchy story. It was still locked. They were like, "Oh, my husband is the guy who sells. Like, I'm selling this for my ex-husband," and I'm pretty sure they were heroin addicts. To be honest, I don't know. I can't exactly say, but they looked, something was very much off with them, and then I was like, no, I'm not going to buy this because it was a great deal. It was a great computer. It was like I said, it was $1,200 MacBook Pro. I think it was like a 2014 MacBook Pro, and it was basically fully spec'd out. I was really interested in it, and they were only selling for $380. That sort of turned me off a little bit in the beginning, but they seemed okay when I was messaging them, and then when I got there, I was just, no, it's a no-go. So you can always say no to the sale. That's why you always be in a public place and stuff like that. So basically, I just check constantly, and then once I find it, I just type the exact specs into eBay, click on sold, and just find the ones that were sold exactly like this. You multiply that by 0.87, very simple, because you lose 10% from eBay, 3% from PayPal. You multiply that by 0.87, and if that number is $100 to $200 more than what you bought it for, so like this, I knew it was like a $1,000 computer. The cat's gonna come jumping up here in a second. I knew this was a $1,000 computer just because it's so new. I knew that. I didn't have to check, but I still checked recently. So ones have sold for $1,200, $999, $1,100. So I knew I was safe buying it, and it's an Apple product. I always am a little bit more comfortable buying Apple products just because people know, like, people value Apple products a lot higher than Windows-based PC products, I guess I would say, and Android phones and stuff, which is great. I don't really know why they do. It's actually, you're getting underpowered hardware, but I would. The cat just jumped up. The cat just jumped up. He wasn't in the last video that much, so he wanted to just say hi today. You want to say hi, Stitch? And so Apple products tend to hold their value a lot longer. So if you do buy something and you wanted to use it, I would buy an Apple product, use it for a little bit, and then sell it, because Apple products hold their value for so long. So 2013 computers are only worth about half of what they cost when a 2013 like laptop, even a gaming laptop, if you bought it for like $2,500, it's probably worth like $500 now. That's just kind of how it goes. The market dictates that. So basically, I just check around. I mean, it's pretty simple. I just adamantly look. I always am looking. I'm always checking. I'm always looking. I'm always asking questions. I'm like, oh, hey, can you move on price? And if they say no, you say, okay, thank you, have a good day, and then just sort of flag it, star it, and then come check back, because I've seen some people go from having it at $2,000 and then dropping it to $1,500 and then dropping it to like $1,200, and $1,200 was my price, and then they ended up dropping it, and then I jumped on it, and I was like, oh, hey, I noticed you went down in price, can you move down to like $1,100 or $1,000? And if they're already dropping it that much, they probably just need the money. So then you're just like, they're like, yeah, I can move. So I just always be patient. Always just check. That's the only way you're going to do it. I mean, and you have to know a little bit about computers. Like, you can't go out buying like a 21.5 inch 2015 1080p iMac with no Fusion drive with 8 gigabytes of RAM for like $800. Like, that's about what that computer's worth. It's probably worth more like 600. So you gotta just be aware of what you're buying. You gotta just make sure that the stuff you're buying is valuable. Do you think it's valuable? Check on eBay, check sold listings, see other Craigslist ads, how much they're asking. They always ask more, so you can take away about 20% of that, and that's about what they want to get. And that's what I've sort of figured out. So, and then basically once you do that, once you do all the work, buy it and then sell it. I'd like to sell it on eBay. It's a much bigger marketplace. And, on Craigslist, you just pay cash. There's no fees. So you could buy it for lower because there's no overhang, I guess. And then when you sell it on eBay, yeah, there's a little overhang, but somebody's willing to pay more for it because that computer's not located where they're at. So that's how I do it. Let me know how you guys do it in the comment section down below. What's your little side hustle? Do you buy, sell computers? Do you buy computer parts and then build it and then build a computer and then sell it like that? I've always wanted to kind of do that, but I've never actually done that. I'm not sure if I could make money or not. But I would love to know what you guys do in the comment section down below, because like making $350 on this computer, which is about what I'm going to make, I mean, it's a pretty legit bonus. Like it took me 45 minutes. It probably took me an hour and a half to go buy this thing after the drive. He was a little bit late. But then I got it, cleaned it up. So I'm looking at about 2.5 hours of work, and I'm getting paid $350. And after I ship another half hour to drive there, package it up. So I'm looking at 3 hours of work and making $300. If I got paid $100 an hour, I'd be a very rich man. So that's why, I don't know, I just like doing this kind of stuff like this. Let me know what you guys think about this computer. Would you be interested in me doing a full review on it? Or would you be interested in me showing you more about how I buy and sell computers? I don't do it that much, but I do it when I see a good one. And I don't know, I'd love to know what you guys do in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, you know what I mean? If you like it, whatever. Stick around, subscribe. I'll be posting more content. If you don't like it, that's fine. I don't really care. So, I just like doing it. So, this is Scott with Techno Eclipse, and I'll see you in the next one.